Welcome back to Talk Center America. I'm your host, Diane Diamond. We're talking with Daniel Quagliozzi, DQ, the cat guru guy. He has been with us for this hour of Talk Center America, answering all your questions about cat behavior and really, Daniel, how we should behave around cats as well, right?
So yeah, it really is. Most of the advice I give is about how you should either change something about how you're living or pay a little bit more attention to what your cat wants. It's
Yeah.
mostly about us.
Well, in my cat's case, I can't help it because they get in my face and they lay on my body in the morning to get me up. And anyway, we have two callers calling in, Andrea and Pete Dragon. They're calling in from New Jersey. And DQ, they have you're in New Jersey. Oh, I'm sorry. They're in DC. And they have an interesting dilemma because they've just moved. Is that right, Andrea? You've moved your residence?
Yeah, we recently just moved we've been living in apartments for the last 2.5 years, and now we own a condo.
Ooh.
We've been here for about a week and a half now, and he's been acting a little bit strange. His schedule's a little bit off. He kind of, usually wakes us up around 6 a.m. like your cats, but has been more about 2 a.m., 3 a.m., 4 a.m.
Uh-oh.
So is there anything that we can do to kind of ease the adjustment now that he's, here and going to stay?
I think it's likely to happen. What you're experiencing now, and that when cats go through changes in an environment or in schedule, that things do get thrown off a little bit. My question to you, my first question, is I want to get a little bit more from you. How big was your last place, and is this a smaller place you're living now, or is it?
It's actually almost double the size. We went from a pretty small apartment to a decent sized condo, so he has more room now.
And was he? Is he showing any? I don't know, insecurity in navigating around the house? Is he walking low to the ground, keeping his tail tucked in? Does he seem frightened by the space, or relatively in control?
I think he was at first, definitely when he first got here, but it's more of that he seems more jumpy, just a bit more anxious and not fully at ease. Like little sounds will make him jump, where before that didn't really seem to faze him.
Oh,
So
Pete,
a little bit more rambunctious.
look at him. He didn't want Daddy to hold him. He wants to go back to that comfortable place, doesn't he, DQ?
That's that classic. It's not my choice. I don't want to be picked up. I want to be here.
Leave me alone, you people.
Yeah, to answer your question, I think it's going to take time, and what takes the time is that he needs to be able to expect what he now considers unexpected. So these sounds and even the routines, all these things in time level out to the point where he can actually predict you and literally predict the time of day. My advice would be to kind of keep his world small in the meantime. Don't and think our human instinct is to give them, if you have more space, give them more space, right?
Right.
But cats really need to take their time. So in giving him maybe a confinement room where everything is kind of nearby and not a big, not too much guesswork, his tension might reduce a little bit. Also, playing with him and giving him outlets for what may be anxiety will calm him down in the long run.
Hey, Pete, we didn't even ask you, what is your cat's name and how old is he or she?
This is Ernie. And how old is he now?
He's almost 4.
Almost 4, and I didn't get the name. What's your cat's name?
Ernie, after Hemingway.
Yeah, he's a polydactyl cat. He has 7
awesome.
toes on one and 6 on the other.
Awesome.
Do you think he'd let you show us that?
Oh, I think so. Hopefully.
Come on, Ernest. Oh, look at those paws. Wow. Oh.
Yeah, look at those paws.
So
Oh,
what did you
he's
call
a
that?
little rambunctious.
Polydactyl?
Yeah.
So
Polydactyl.
he has extra thumbs.
Wow, sometimes I wish I had an extra thumb. It sounded like really good advice to me, DQ, that you are talking about there with the room. When I moved our cats, I remember we moved into a much bigger house, and they just really needed one room, and then they took their time to go out and explore the rest of the house. Is that what you were saying?
Yeah. It really is. It's on their clock, and I think where we tend to go wrong is that we want to give them more and we want to give it to them fast. I'm not saying that you're rushing anything, but certainly take your time with him and his environment, letting him get his scent on things, rub things correctly, giving him places to mark correctly, scratching posts, scratch pads, things like that. Allow him to spread his scent around and make the place more familiar to him. It's all the places that don't smell like him are what freaks him out.
Yeah, yeah. What about, is he eating okay?
Always.
Yeah, he's food is never his problem ever.
Okay, all right. I would worry having a cat in a new house like that, DQ, especially a male cat, about spraying. I'm going to mark my territory and I'm going to mark it good.
Spraying is if he's a neutered male, and it's less prevalent, but it does happen in times of extreme stress, and when they do feel that if they're in an unfamiliar environment, they will up the ante per se, and start spraying things, and it's the red flag, the yellow flag, I should say.
I love the way the cat just has his back to us. Like, are they will they go away soon? All right. Well, we do have to go away soon because we have to take a quick break here. But Andrea and Pete and Ernie, thanks so much for giving us a call. We're going to have to take another break here, but stay with us and give us a call at TalkCenterAmerica. If you've got a question about your cat or you just want to introduce us, you never know who's watching. They might be discovered. We'll be right back.